Okay, so I came to view you all for this particular the last section of our poem, and in the last in this stanza he says, "Our two souls are one," but but if they be two, they are two so as stiff twin compasses are two. And so we have this kind of conceit, this comparison to love as a compass, and not the kind of compass that shows you north, south, east, or west, but this kind, like the ones that you use. This is like a super duper fancy schmancy one that is for my husband when he does his woodworking, but not like those cheap little ones that you use in geometry class that are falling apart. Anyways, a compass. So this type of instrument, and I wanted to show you all this because I think it really kind of makes sense if you can visualize what he's saying about them being this is her, this is him, right? So her foot, thy foot, is the fixed foot, makes no show to move, but doth if the other do. So, sorry, something weird popped up on my thing. Anyways, thy soul is the fixed foot, but if I move, the other do too. So he's saying her soul is steady, and it doesn't move, and I mean, they'll never permanently move. They're never going to. I mean, they can't go. Like I can't pick this up and move it unless both of them go. So if they permanently move, or if I'm permanently going to move the compass, then they both have to go. However, and though it in the center sit, so if I've got this centered like on me, right? At this, it's really sharp. So at the center sit, yet when the other far doth roam. So when this piece, so if they're together, ugh, right? And this piece has to move. It has to roam. She's the one at the center. It leans after it, so it goes kind of like around. Oh, ow, ow, ow. It goes around and around and around, and one stays in the same spot, the other one kind of flexes and moves. It leans and hearkens after it and grows erect as the comes home. So here it goes around and around and around, but once the other one comes home, they stand together erect. And I think that that's a sexual innuendo as well. But such wilt thou be to me, you'll be like this to me, who must, like the other foot, he's like the other foot who must obliquely run. He has to go. The firmness make my circle just. So her staying still, her being in that one point, allows him to make that kind of full circle. It's a perfect circle. And firmness makes my circle just and makes me end where I begun. So he's able, through her steadiness, by staying strong, by staying firm, he's going to make that complete circle and find his way back to her again. Ouch. So, if we had no doubt, he really kind of compares their love, their two souls, to this really weird scientific, mathematical, whatever object that you wouldn't think anything of in terms of meaning, love, or anything like that, but it works and it's so beautiful and so original. So essentially, this kind of thing that where he comes full circle literally at the end of the poem, haha, no pun intended. That circle is unbreakable, that circle is whole, their love is whole, their relationship is whole, and nothing is going to change the nature of that. So there we have a valediction forbidding mourning. Don't cry, I'm coming back, you complete me, kind of thing. Poem. So I'm going to pick up and I'm going to talk about our last poem that I'm going to discuss with you this week. I have another poem that I've asked you guys to read, but I want you guys to kind of discuss the nature of it, but we'll talk about that in a second. So the last poem is coming up, so stay tuned.